Hey everybody, Brian back with you, Z-Health trainer and functional aging specialist. I'm excited to bring you the video today because this is going to give you some ideas to work on your bone density, which is really important as you age, as well as do some unique things for brain activation, specifically for something called contractile mapping, and also activates the insular cortex in the brain, which is a super important area. So the first one I want to get to, we're going to do a little compressive loading with a little bit of shear force loading on the bones. Positive adaptation that we can create here is positively impacting or creating more bone density. Definitely preventing loss of bone density. So what you need is a band. If you have a bigger band and you can set up, either tie it off, tie a knot in it and loop it through a doorway, close the door so that the door will not pull open. The other option is if you have like a carabiner or a post to tie the band around, you can do it that way. So a couple different options here. I'm going to load the femur first and just show you how to work on this long bone in the leg, the femur. So really important bone. Structurally it impacts the hip, it impacts the knee. So we're going to step into a forward step like a lunge step. Stay nice and tall through the torso, and then work on dropping the hips down towards the floor. I'm up on my back ball of foot. If I can get my front foot in frame here. It is flat. So front foot's flat, back foot, ball of foot. And then I'm gonna drop my hips, coming down and in. This is a pretty strong band, so it's actually making me work a lot to engage hip musculature, but also we're getting this sheer horizontal pull force in that femur. So really awesome for helping with bone density. We could then turn the other way, so I have load on the other side of that bone. We could drop the attachment point and drop the band down to the ankle. So I'll show you this one in a second. Again, it's a shear force. Now I'm working on my tibia, my fibula, so the long bones in the calf, lower leg, and then I'm also going to take a ball. You could use milk jug, water bottle, something at home to load if you don't have weights. If you do have weights, fantastic. So we can hold here on the chest, again staying long and tall, up on ball of foot on the back foot to start. So now I have shear force on tib fib, horizontal force, and I'm also going to do a vertical compressive force using the ball for that load. So I'm coming down and then back up. So loading here, compressive with the ball, and then horizontal or shear with the band. So a couple fantastic options. If you don't have one of the longer jump stretch bands, maybe you have one of these mini bands at home. So these are from Perform Better. They're just a couple bucks. We can do similar loading with that shear force with the mini band. So here, again, I have load on the femur. We can get into stance and then drop and drive. This is a little bit different. The angles change as I come down and up, but I'm still getting some horizontal pulling force in those long bones. Same thing down around the ankle. I'm here and back up. I just want to make sure that as you come down and that angle changes, the band doesn't slide up the back leg. You could also do shear force loading with a squat, lower leg, going in and out of that squat. We could hold a weight in front again. Fantastic options to help you with bone density, even if you're stuck at home. So these are tools that you can use long term, whether we have continued quarantine or stay at home or not. Hopefully not, that's what I'm going with. The second one is Isometrics. So this is where we're gonna activate the insula in the brain. I wanna actually walk you through kind of a bonus of not just the isometric muscle tension, but also coupling it with a respiration drill. So what we do here with the isometrics is get the muscle shortened. So in this case, I'm going to use the bicep. We're going to just shorten that muscle by pulling the wrist towards the shoulder. I'm then going to skin stim or just feel the bicep because sensory activation helps with motor activation. And I'm feeling palpating with my other hand for any spots where I feel like I'm not getting as much tension in that muscle contraction. Could hold this for 10, 20, 30, eventually maybe even up to a minute. So doing long static isometrics like this are fantastic for activating the insula, fantastic for building strength. If you're really focusing on creating a hard, strong muscle contraction, especially for an extended time, you're going to build a lot of strength that way. If there are softer spots, as I palpate, I want to really focus in on, try to increase the contractile force or the muscle tension in that area. And then I would relax it out. Whew. Feeling it. That was more than 10 seconds. So same thing on the other side. We'd go bicep contraction. You can do this throughout the whole body, working on individual muscle groups. So I could go tricep. I could go forearm. And then I'm going to walk you through how to do the bicep on the other side with a respiration drill that will upregulate or activate the insula even more. So the drill is air hunger. Basically, we're going to exhale and hold your breath while you hold that muscle contraction. Quick disclaimer, don't pass out, don't push this to the point of being silly or stupid, right? So be safe first. We're going to hold that muscle contraction on the bicep, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Do the palpation, but then exhale. Hold the exhale. Once you have all your air out, I'm going to now hold my breath and then not breathe. When I need to, obviously I'm going to breathe. So we don't want to get dizzy, we don't want to get lightheaded or see stars or anything like that. Just kind of challenging yourself with a slight lack of oxygen while you do the muscle contraction is going to build up carbon dioxide and it activates some key brain areas. So fantastic respiration drill to help with the insula, to help with the thalamus, to help with your midline cerebellum, which is really important for balance. So air hunger drill coupled with isometrics is your second drill. Guys, I hope this was helpful. Please subscribe to the channel. We're going to continue putting out great free content. And if it did help or you have questions about how to practice either of these, please drop them below. And again, remember to subscribe to the channel. Thanks.